Hey, what's up everybody? This is Royce and welcome to my channel. This is going to be the start of a new project and I will get right into showing it to you guys. I had picked up one of these semi-automatic special weapons SW-760 recently off of Gunbroker, and it was in pretty good shape. As one can see, it was didn't appear to be really used very much, but I think this is a powder coat finish it's on. It's actually pretty decent, the finish, but I want to go over it. I'd like to redo it and make it look more in this color here, which this is a picture of an original Smith Wesson M76. So I kind of like to do more in that color, like a grayish with a slight tinge, I don't know how you want to say that, of green. This powder coat finish is actually pretty decent. It's better in person than I thought it would be. It looks spray bomb to me in the photo. And of course, as you know, the reputation, some of these special weapons made ones are not very good. They're hit or miss online. Some people like them, other people said, you know, no. It's mainly the magazine. Once you get the magazine, which this is from a Finnish M31 machine gun, once you file down the magazine here, which this came with 3 magazines, once you get that figured out and get it to feed correctly, they're actually pretty decent. And it's a pretty good representation of a Smith & Wesson M76. Now this one I didn't know is actually a SW-760P, and what that means is this was the pistol version, and when you could buy it with the 16-inch barrel, and it came with an 8-inch barrel. But if you use the 8-inch barrel, you have to take the folding stock off. You cannot, by law, you can't have it with this folding stock. So, and then the early ones, when they first started producing these, they were fixed stock. They were welded. And I want to work on, I'm going to mill out a new piece for here so you can see how it has a wobble to it. All it needs is just like a 3/16 inch gap in the front, so I just need to fix that by milling a new piece. It's not a big deal. And a lot of people complain about the shape of the trigger guard to the original, and mine wasn't that bad here, the curve, but I was able to bend it out just a little bit, and this needs to be, should have been more parallel with the bottom of the receiver. So mine actually is not too bad, but I did get I was thinking about making a new one for that, but it's not a big deal to me at the moment. It had hideous, huge gold E-clips, or I guess you want to call them C-clips, but they were here. You'll see them in photos on them. There's one here and then one over here for the magazine latch. I ditched both of those. They're just obnoxious, and I put smaller, I think they're 2.5 millimeter ones for RC cars basically, but they're pretty strong, and a little bit smaller C-clip on the, I think this is for the sear, this pin here, which I may go back to the original, but it's not that big of a deal. It's held in there pretty well. The nice modification with this SW-760 opposed to the MK760 and the Smith & Wesson M76 is the extractors at the 2 o'clock position. Those other 2 submachine guns, they were at the 12 o'clock position, and supposedly it's a little bit better, less stovepiping and whatnot. So I don't know. I never fired this yet. And I did start on the back here, the receiver plug. It looked like it was someone might dropped it, and I did put it on a lathe and kind of smoothed it out a little bit here. I just took a file and dressed off the edge, but my main, like I said, my main goal was to refinish it with the Duracoat. I have cold gray, and I was thinking of mixing a tinge of the Uzi green along with it. And I do have an Uzi as well. I built a semi-automatic Uzi that I want to Duracoat that one as well. Maybe I'll film that one. So I'm hoping to get this all taken care of. I do like the way they have, there's this, I think it's a 14 millimeter bolt for the back, and then originally these were meant to be, so if you want to take the gun apart, you would use the magazine to unscrew the bolt, but it's pretty hard. It actually bends these magazines, so it's kind of nice to be able to just get a socket out with 14 millimeter on. The original Smith & Wessons, they were just rounded off, and same with the later MK Arms MK760 machine gun, so you would not have been able to put a socket wrench on them. So I kind of like that. I did take a file and kind of cleaned up the sharp edges, but otherwise, I mean, it's pretty darn convincing that it looks almost like a Smith & Wesson M76, and I'm a huge fan. I collect all kinds of stuff M76 related, mainly because of growing up in the 70s. All the bad guys had these in movies, and so I'm in a process of applying for the short barrel stamp from the government, so I can use the 8-inch barrel with the folding stock, because you got to be legal with that. If you get caught, that's not a good thing. So you see the Smith & Wessons in many different colors. I don't know if some were refinished. I think like this one here is a very dark blackish gray, and then this one apparently was set up for you can see there's a plug in the barrel there. That's probably for firing blanks in it for a movie prop. But anyway, so this is part one, and hopefully soon I'll be able to spray the Duracoat on it, and I did order the flattener as well to add some flattener to it, but I'm hoping to get this to be able to achieve this look of more of a flat greenish gray park finish. So stay tuned, and I will see you guys soon. All right, talk to you later.